Hi everybody, this is Pam with Jesus Junk Journals, and I've got my dried pages from the jelly plate printing, and there's a little bit of variety here. So this is kind of my starting place. They've been sealed, and so I can go on and do some decoupage, and then I think I'll do the decoupage first and spray the mica sprays over that. So I'm going to start with this one. I just did this because I had only part of it that needed to be done. I'm going to lay that, I think I'm going to lay the pages that are just pieces and parts over to the side and do the full pages to the journal first. Like that one. Let's see. Gotta remember to pay attention to the top and bottom of these so I go in the right direction if I need to have a design that's directional. Okay, so I keep a file of my leftover napkins that I've used in the past, so I'm going to look through there first and see if I have pieces I can use. So this is my file folder full of pieces. I've also got some tissue paper the other day that I thought would be good. It's kind of a red toile. So I'm going to take a piece of that. And I think strip of that. Okay, and I've got my Mod Podge, which is 2/3 Elmer's glue and 1/3 water. I keep it in a bottle that says Mod Podge, but I've been mixing up my own for quite a while. So I think I will just start putting some pieces on. So I need to make sure I turn this over so the top is the top. And I've got some of this Tim Holtz Ideology collage paper, and I have another one too that I want to use. Those are roses, and I've got this one I haven't used yet, is the Field Notes Entomology. Yeah. Yeah, so I want to be sure and use some of that. Lay that over. And I don't want to cut edge, so I'm going to go ahead and kind of tear pieces off of this. Start with that. And I just start smearing it on, and then any places that I didn't get glue under it, I just make sure I get a lot of glue on the top of it, because it does leak through, absorb through. And if you've not done this before, you kind of start in the middle of it and come out in rays like the sun, and you carefully, so that you don't tear it, go over it, get all the air bubbles out. I get impatient, and before I know it, I've torn a hole in mine usually, but this one's doing pretty well. This tissue from Tim Holtz holds up pretty well if you don't overwork it for too long. Okay, and the color of the birds go really well with that. Okay, so put that in some water, and I think I'll tear off a piece of his entomology one. And let's see, I think I'll put it up here in this corner. I have edges because my printing plate didn't go all the way out. And I haven't trimmed this off either, so I haven't trimmed the borders off of my papers. So I know I'm going to lose part of that, but I'm going to go ahead and put that up there, not all the way. And hopefully that'll trim out. I'll lose some of that white border when I trim the pages. Putting quite a bit of glue because I don't think I got it underneath that well. So I'm going to let it absorb through. Hopefully. I say that and then I get air bubbles, which kind of means it's not going under there where I want it. Okay. So I'm pretty happy, like if you think about this being one page and one page, I'm pretty happy with that the way it is. I don't really want to add anything else to that side. This side, I feel like it needs something else. So maybe just a little bit of this. Okay, so that one is done. So we're getting some really beautiful weather down here. It's like 72. And last night was the first night our furnace kicked on. It got down to the 40s outside. We haven't had a freeze yet. And anyway, the weather's changing. But that's what you can expect in October, right? So, sunny today. They're having a balloon race, not race, but, well, maybe it's a race. Hot air balloon, whatever they call it, display, not far from here. And perfect weather for that. Spent the morning outside by the fish pond. And my fish are doing well. I got 4 koi, 2 babies this year, and they're already have gotten really big. So I'm pretty excited about that. I'm going to lift that up and move it just a little bit over, because I have a feeling, if I can, I need it to cover a little bit more over here on the edge. And I may or may not, I think I mentioned on one of the earlier videos, the construction that's going on next door has halted because there's some sort of legal battle now over how the water's going to run off. So that's giving us peace and quiet and no dust. So that's nice. Okay, I like that a lot. All right. Don't forget now, if you print on a, is it an inkjet? Yeah, I think that's what I have, an inkjet. If you get these pages damp, it's going to cause the ink to soften, like the lines will soften. You won't get it as crisp of an image on your paper if it gets damp. So that's another advantage to doing the jelly plate printing, is it's acrylic paint, so it's basically a coat of plastic that seals the paper. So this glue isn't getting the paper wet, except in the places where the paint didn't hit. So, all right, so this one's got, okay, green. Good. I've got a fern that I think would look good there. I hate to lose this though. It's really pretty, so I think I'm gonna tear, I think I might tear this and just not use the whole thing. I know the white part will go transparent and show the color underneath it, but I think I'm going to take this one frond off and just put this. Okay, I'm going to tear some of the white off. See, what else do I have? I've got this olive, which is my favorite napkin. So I think I'll put that on this side. I'll let that bleed off the edge because I tore that where the logo was. I don't really want that on there all the way, so I'm just going to put it on the edge. And let's see, maybe need another chunk. Let's see. I kind of need it to come on this side, so put there. Okay, this one has just touches of blue, so I have some of these napkins with some blue, so it might be a good opportunity to use up some of that. And so I've got a repeating pattern, so I'm going to tear it off. Put it there. And I'm going to use this over here. Put it all the way over so when I trim it, that a lot of that orange border is going to go away. But and I haven't shown this on this video, but if you've never done this before, here's a napkin that's in one piece. And so you need to separate the layers and just use the top layer with the colored ink on it. So I take a piece of Scotch tape or washi tape, and I don't like this washi tape, so I use it up like this, and just stick the tape on it, and no, stick the tape on it. Usually it sticks really well, and it tears the tissue. And a lot of these napkins have 2 layers. I think this one has 2 layers. We'll find out. Feels like it has 2 layers. Anyway, some of them only have 2 layers and some have 3. And so you want to be sure you tear both layers of the back paper off. Yeah, this had 2 layers. So this one is stuck a little better, so you want to be careful when you separate it. And I save the white tissue off the back of these. I have a big bag of it. I don't use it a lot, but sometimes you want to use it to create different textures. You can make like a leather look texture out of it. But I have a lot more than I actually have ever used. So I'm gonna try, let's see. I'm looking at this. I want it to be kind of in the opposite direction of this. So I'm gonna tear this one. Oh. Kind of like that. But I don't really need it to go over that to that side. So I'm gonna just tear that. That's still too much. I might just, I think I'll just stick that much of it at the top. So like that. Put another coat because that was pretty watery. I just pulled that brush out of the water, so I don't know that it had that much glue on it, so I'm going back over it. Okay. Okay. So I just spilt my bottle of Mod Podge all over the floor. Got to clean that up, so that was a little exciting. It's always good to have a lot of water and paper towels and wet wipes around, just in case. All right, so tear this. Tear this. This is Tim Holtz tissue. I'm going to tear it so that I can put this at the top and this at the bottom. I don't like to have the straight edge showing anywhere. So okay. And I kind of got off on this side, so I'm going to try and camouflage that a little bit by adding this over here. I need to pull that down so that bird's head doesn't get cut off when I trim it. Okay, there.